So this is our example paper slide video on the privacy case that started it all, which is Griswold versus Connecticut. The Griswold case, the facts of the case, involve a law called the Comstock Law. This law basically said that people can't use any drug, medicinal article, or instrument for the purpose of preventing conception. In other words, the law outlawed the use of birth control in Connecticut. And as you can see from our political cartoon here, it involves sort of the government getting involved in people's private lives and in their bedroom. So more on the facts of the case. This case involves Planned Parenthood, and it's in Connecticut, and its director, Estelle Griswold. Estelle basically decides to give free birth control out in Connecticut, and this will make Connecticut very cranky. So Connecticut, the police will arrest Griswold and fine the Planned Parenthood for breaking the law. And Griswold essentially will appeal this to the Supreme Court. And the Supreme Court will have to decide whether or not this Connecticut law is constitutional. And in a 7-2 decision written by Justice Douglas, the Connecticut court, or the Supreme Court holds that the Connecticut law was unconstitutional. In the holding, the court says that the law forbidding the use of contraceptives violates the right of marital privacy, which is within the Bill of Rights. Now, we know that the Bill of Rights does not actually have an amendment for privacy, but there is a penumbra of rights, that number of different amendments that have privacy in them. So the Third Amendment says that you cannot quarter troops in a home without permission. The Fourth Amendment protects your privacy in your house and your homes and your papers without a warrant. The Fifth Amendment protects against the right to self-incrimination, so you can not incriminate yourself. And lastly, the Ninth Amendment says that the people have rights that are not enumerated in the Constitution itself. So it's not an exact list. It's not an end-all, be-all list. So here, the right to privacy does exist, and it's a right that is essentially protected by the Constitution. Even though there's not a right to privacy explicitly written in the Constitution, there's enough privacy in the Third, Fourth, and Fifth, and Ninth Amendments that it is protected, as is decided here in the case of Griswold versus Connecticut.